How's it going, guys? Nick Alt, the Ozark Angler here, and I just finished putting my plaques on here, and this is for the Eldon Bassmasters. Our club had our annual end-year Christmas banquet, and the nice thing about it is at the banquet, anybody that finished in the top three of any of the tournaments throughout the year will get a placard that goes onto your plaque. And so if you finish first, second, or third, you get one of these little plaques, or if you have big bass, you get one too. And I was fortunate enough, I ended up getting 4 plaques. I had 3 first places and 1 big bass. So I guess I was, really, if you think about it, it's kind of like Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last. And there were a couple tournaments that I just stumbled. There was one tournament where I didn't catch a single fish to weigh in, and the guy in the back of the boat had a limit and kicked my butt. And then there's tournaments where I went out there and I was the only person with a limit and kicked everybody else's butt. But that's just fishing in general. But let's talk about this club. The Eldon Bassmasters Club is an amazing club. I joined it several years ago just because it was when I was just getting into fishing. I didn't know how much I really wanted to get competitive with it. And then just the group of guys that is in that club, they're great. They're amazing, and they're part of the reason I stayed with it. It's just when you find the right group of people to fish with that are enjoyable yet fun yet stubborn. You know, we're all stubborn in our own ways, and it's nice to be able to butt heads with people, but the next day just be like, "Hey, what's up, man?" You know, that's kind of like that camaraderie that you build with a group of people. And so, if you guys are considering joining any kind of club, do it. It's amazing. Some clubs aren't for you, the people you may not like, and then other clubs are perfect for you. It just depends, you know, who you're joining it, what you're joining it for. So, and if you're thinking about joining a club for 2018, consider a BASS affiliated club like Eldon Bassmasters, because that club, being Bass affiliated, was what allowed me to go to Gunnersville and catch my personal best. Because through that club, I qualified to fish the state tournament on Table Rock, and as a co-angler, I made the state team, and that allowed me to go fish the regional tournament at Gunnersville. And unfortunately, I missed the cut, just missed the cut, which, you know what, that's part of fishing. You win some, you lose some. You just having that positive attitude to move forward, and remember the mistakes, don't make them again. That makes you a better angler. And so that's what that's about. So anyways, if you're considering joining a club, whether you're a boater or a non-boater, Eldon Bassmasters will be accepting anybody that wants to join. You know, as long as you're a decent person, we'd love to have you there. So, and you'd have to put up with me, you know, because I'm a terrible person, you know, just kidding. But when I was looking at this plaque, and the whole reason I'm making this video is it's a reflection video. We're going to talk about where we want to go and where we've already been. You know, 2017 is coming to close. 2018 is creeping really fast. It's middle or early December, and before we know it, next fishing season's here. And it made me stop and think, what happened in 2017 that I want to push and better myself in 2018? And the number one thing with that is you guys. I want you to understand that I appreciate you coming back time and time again. Whether you're the tournament angler that's like, hey, I wonder what the bite is, I'm going to go watch some local knowledge. Or you're just a recreational angler who's just sitting at home or sitting at work bored, and you got a second, and you're like, I want to watch some fishing. Perfect. Thank you for coming and watching my channel, because without you guys, I don't know what I'd be doing, because Lake of the Ozarks in the wintertime, there's really not much to do. And in general, there's not much to do. So editing video for you guys to enjoy is key. So, but let's talk about 2017 versus 2018. I don't know what's going to happen between now and then, but what I know is what happened from 2017 to now. And with that being said, number one thing, starting out, meeting new people. 2017, I have met so many great people, and I've had the opportunity to fish with so many of them. And if I haven't fished with you, don't think it's because I don't want to. I just haven't had time. I know there's 2 or 3 of you that I have to stop and fish with. So you're coming up. You'll be getting a message from me here in the near future. But what I want to talk about, boom, Dane Pinkston, one of my best friends now. I met him through YouTube because one day he was watching my channel. He's like, "Hey, you're fishing kind of close to my house. If you're ever out there and need somebody to fish with, give me a holler." Okay, just randomly met the guy. Awesome dude. He said, "Let's fish Anglers in Action together." We did. We did great. We had an awesome year, and then we fished the IUOE tournament. Ended up 6th place. Biggest check I've ever had. Like literally biggest check. And you know what? I'm gonna post the video of that right here. And all of these videos that I talk about, I am going to put the link somewhere where you can see it and you can click on it and watch the video. And so him, awesome. You know, I technically met him last year, but I didn't really get the tournament fishing until this year. That was fun. A bunch of other people, Riley, fishing with Riley. I just posted that one recently. Got to meet a nice guy, Andrew Norby. He's a really, really good angler. He came down to fish the Costa tournament down here, and we just met, you know, and we started fishing. And unfortunately, when he came down for the Costa, I wasn't really able to put him on some fish. You know, that's kind of a bummer. It's just a tough bite. But, you know, nonetheless, that's fishing. Some days you win, sometimes you don't. Then that little check right up there with that lure hanging by it, yeah, that was Dylan. Dylan and I never met the guy. He's just like, "Hey, you want to fish a tournament together sometime?" I was like, "Sure, let's do it." And, you know, I got a hold of him. I was like, "Hey, well, let's fish this Bass Challenge." He wanted to fish that one. So we hooked up. Never met the guy. It was a really weird 20 minutes heading from Shawnee Bend to PV2 because, you know, never met the guy, but first 20 minutes you're in a boat, quiet together. When we go out and we have a great day. Catch a giant. That fish was a big money fish and the most memorable bass of my life. Back in 2016 when I was at Gunnersville, caught my largest bass of my life. And I remember it. I'll never forget it. But that fish, for some reason, just the impact in my head. Like, that fish shouldn't have happened. If you go back and watch my video, which you'll see, I'll post the link right there. You'll see I lift up my rod for 2 seconds. And that fish held on to that Omega Custom Tackle jig. I mean, he held on to it. He couldn't let go for 2 seconds at least. And when I finally realized it was a fish, it was game on. Pegged him good. He wasn't coming off. So that's amazing fish there. So fishing with Riley, Mason, Dylan, Mason, young kid, one of my videos, trooper. He's young, he's 7, but guess what? In 3, 4, 5 years, maybe 10 years from now, when he's up there fishing high school and college, he is going to be a stick. You gotta watch out for him coming up. I think he's gonna be one of those really good anglers. He has that heart. You know, he's like me when I was a kid, just wanted to fish, no matter what, just wanted to go fishing. And he was a trooper that day we went out there in that really, really terrible weather. So, but anyways, like, you guys in our club, you know, right here, May, I fished that tournament. I had first place. That took out of Kaufman. I ran up the graboy, topwater bite, then I ran down, caught one on a spinnerbait, went to Raccoon towards the end of the day, caught 2 nice ones that helped me call up, and that was with Don. Don was an amazing guy, great person. June, fished that with Doyle. That was Wigwam. Yeah, that's right. It was Wigwam. I ran way down river fishing in Cartwright, worked my way back up, ended up with a decent limit, won that. Doyle, new to our club, great guy. Enjoyed fishing with him. He got his own boat now. Congrats. That's always a plus. November, now that tournament was brutal. I caught 6 keepers the whole day. I ended up winning. I was the only person to catch more than 2 fish in the entire tournament. And I ended up winning. I mean, that's all I can say. It's just mind blown. Wouldn't have thought, you know, just 10 pounds was going to win that tournament, but it was a tough fight. And let's see here. Sheet Metal Workers tournament with Bob. Really good. And that will show you, right now, that will show you that weekend, him and I went out there, had 19 plus pounds on day 1. I think 19 or 18 pounds, I can't remember, on Saturday. Sunday, Dane and I go fish Anglers in Action. I'm like, sweet, we got a pattern, let's go fish it. 2 fish. Anglers in Action, 2 fish for 6.5 pounds. Not bad, 2 fish. But, to say the least, that shows you some days are great, some days are bad. Putting that PMA in there, that positive mental attitude, yeah, I was like, what the heck did I do wrong? But you know what? You look back, you reflect on it, you move forward, don't make the same mistakes. I learned, don't fish the same stuff that time of year. You can fish it once, maybe get lucky twice, but fish it twice as fast the second time you go through it, especially back-to-back days. So those fish, they won't reload. So with that being said, that was a great tournament. Also, the IOUE tournament was great. You know, all those were great. And then my sponsors. You know, I picked up 2 sponsors this year. My first sponsor ever, Omega Custom Tackle. I had the opportunity to meet Brad, the owner, and we did a video because he was doing a release on the Salvation Shaky Head. That was an absolutely great opportunity because I want to pair up, I want to partner up with a company where I like the people. You know, don't get me wrong, there's products that I really like the Umbrella Junior or Flash Mob Junior. I love it. When it comes to A-rigs, that's the one I throw. Have I met anybody from Yum? No. Would I like to? Yeah. But I don't know them. But that product is the product when I go to the A-rigs. But when it comes to getting sponsored by a product, the person behind the product, the owner, the company, the people, it's all about the people. And when you have good people behind a good product, that's something I want to get on board with. And when I met Brad, I told him I'm not that hashtag this, you know, share that, blah 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 blah. That's not me. I put my head down, I fish. When I can promote your product, I'll promote it. If I'm standing on stage and they can give me a microphone, I'm like, yeah, you know, my fish came on and make a custom tackle jig, or the Alpha Shad buzzbait. And, you know, my friend Nathan, he just won an English Choice tournament throwing that Alpha Shad. That is a premium buzzbait. I love it. It's great. It just has that right sound. But anyways, beyond that, great people. That's why I accepted their pro staff. And then Pro Tungsten. You know, Pro Tungsten, small company, but they're known almost nationwide. And you can buy online. But when it comes to the people, Tyler Boyette from Pro Tungsten, awesome guy. I was so glad that he approached me and talked to me because that's what I want. I want to talk to people. I want to feel what they're after. If there's somebody that feels just not a good person, they just want to make millions or money or whatever it is, I don't want to be part of that. Now, if you want to say, hey, I have a good quality product, I want to sell at an affordable rate to people so they can enjoy the sport, that is the people I want to get behind. So, and that's the vibe I got from both Pro Tungsten and Omega Custom Tackle, and they gave me a pro staff position, and I cannot be more grateful. That is such a great opportunity to have, and they've carried through the whole year, and they've been a huge support to me, and I can't say enough. Thank you guys. And which actually, talking about jigs and stuff, these right here are all the jigs I am not throwing anymore. These are jigs that some of them have been sitting in a box for 2 years. Some of them I've thrown a time or two. But needless to say, Christmas is coming up, and I feel like instead of throwing these away, I want to give them to somebody. I counted them out, and there's 42. I'm going to split them right down the middle. Doubles I'll split up. But all you have to do, I'm giving these away on Christmas Day. I'll announce who the winners are. All you have to do is go back into the videos that I've been tagging, or a favorite video, and just say, hey, this is my favorite video, and share it. That's all you have to do. And you have an opportunity, 2 of you will have an opportunity to win this. And then a grand prize for whoever shares the most is going to get an Omega Custom Tackle special edition hat. You're going to get Pro Tungsten weights. I'm going to send you a package of Pro Tungsten weights of various sizes. And then I'm also going to send you some Omega Custom Tackle jigs, skirts, and the Alpha Shad. I'm going to send you 1 Alpha Shad. So, and all you got to do for that is just share as much as you want. I don't care. That's what makes this channel grow. And as it grows, it gives me opportunity to meet more people. It gives me the opportunity to meet people that I never would have met in my entire life. Like Riley, Dylan, Dane, Mason, Andrew, Jeff. I mean, there's so many people that I've had the opportunity to meet, and I'm grateful for that. And I want to keep that growing. I want to keep meeting more people, because the more people we can get involved in the sport, the better it is. And the more people I can share my knowledge with and make them competitive against me, that's awesome. Because you know what? I like seeing people succeed. I like seeing people better themselves. and that's what the sport is. You know, I didn't have the opportunity as a kid growing up to learn how to fish, to learn and understand patterns and transitions and the difference between spawning and all that. I didn't know any of this until I was 24 years old. Like, that was 6 years ago. That's crazy, you know, to think of how much I learned. And I want to see young kids like Mason get out there. I want to take him out there. When he has a question, I want to answer it. I want to educate him to be a better angler. And if that's what I can do for you guys just watching this, whether you're 6 years old or you're 45 years old or 80 years old, you're enjoying watching fishing videos, awesome. I appreciate you coming back. So, giving those away, that's all you got to do. Christmas Day, I'll announce the winners. So cutoff will be Friday before Christmas, because I'll have to edit it, do all that. And with that being said, you guys just have an awesome, awesome week. You know, this weekend I'm fishing with Bob. We're fishing the Bass and Bob tournament, Winter Series tournament. This is tournament number 2 of the 4 series, or the 4 tournament series. And then Sunday is Joe Bass. So if you guys are out there and you see me, stop and say hi. Don't be shy. I'll sit and talk fishing to you. I may not tell you exactly where I'm going, but I'll talk fishing with you. So anyways, guys, next video will be me on the water. But until then, look back on 2017. Look at where you did good, where you did bad, and see where you can improve in 2018. And with that, you guys have an awesome night, and I'll see you next time.